Hi, I'm Kreinik, and I'm here to talk about the Preplight Tactical Survival Flashlight. Do you have a flashlight you know you can depend on when the lights go out? But do you have a flashlight that will help you survive almost any disaster or catastrophic event? Volcanic eruptions, dust storms, hurricanes, war and unrest, wildfires, EMP solar flares, nuclear attacks, and more. That's a lot. But you might be asking yourself, but where can I get a light that I can count on to survive all those things and more? Introducing the Preplight Tactical Survival Flashlight. Now, we analyzed a pre-existing product. The product was cheaply made. It was less than $1 to make. You could buy a ton of them for a few cents, and it had an extremely cheap construction inside. Small dynamo actuator with a single roll of copper wire magnets. It broke extremely easily, and the market is filled with these type of flashlights, and even those that are tactical rarely include all the features of the Preplight, and to the extent that the Preplight does. With our original product, we got about a 50 lumens for the brightness. This was not going to fulfill our customers' need of a very bright light. It also lasted only 5 hours. Again, our customers are going to want a longer, extremely long duration. Because they're going to be outside, they're going to be without access to a power source. The light had to be portable and easy to carry. This pre-existing product did have that, but again, it lacked so many of the features that we needed, and it was not durable at all. It would break if you dropped it. This is some of our functional models for the original product. On the far column, some of the things we could do to improve the concept of this light to make it more better for survivors and apocalypse preppers. We need the light to be brighter. We need it to have a longer lasting battery, more durable material. We need to make a better system for manually charging the light. And we need to make it to where the light doesn't just power, the pumping doesn't just power the light, but instead can recharge the battery. So the front light includes more than just a flashlight. It also has an AM/FM radio, an EMP countermeasure, laser attachment, flint and steel, durable watertight frame, and a device charger. What is our target market? Doomsday preppers and survivalists. So you might be asking yourself, is that even a market? Yes, it is. As many as 3.7 million Americans are classified as preppers, and as many as 10 million Americans have been found to at least prep in some extent for a disaster. Given the numbers and the willingness to spend money, catering to a doomsday market could be extremely profitable. Just to show how profitable this market is, the market is currently valued on $1.16 billion. That's the survival tools market. And it's expected in just 4 years to increase to $2.46 billion. Why is this? Well, we have seen in the last few years increased natural disasters, the COVID-19 pandemic, war, and conflict are all increasing. And so people are getting worried, and that's why they want to make sure they're safe and secure in the event of that the worst comes to pass. Now, the market is only expected to grow larger, and it's growing at around 6% per year. So now on to the market research. We interviewed our intended market, and we found and recorded the different things they desired and the frequency that they were mentioned in the interview. And then used that to categorize how important each feature was. As you can see, lifespan longevity was the most important, followed by quality, then durability, rechargeability, etc. Now, we then broke these things down into the various things they said in the interview they wanted, followed by the how we could implement this into the product. So as you can see, they wanted at least 1,000 lumens for brightness. They wanted a 48 plus hour battery life, 10 to 20 years survival lifespan of the flashlight, durability to withstand all these things, rechargeability, quality, and portability. For the rechargeability, there's 4 options: additional solar panels, attachment that can recharge it, hand crank, which the mechanism of which I'll talk about later. This replaces the pump action of the original light, plus the While the original product, the pump action only powered the light itself, the crank now recharges the battery. Additionally, disposable batteries are working in tandem with rechargeable batteries. Also, flint and steel laser, radio, AM, FM, shortwave, SATCOM. Now, more about the product. So, because the customer wanted a really long battery lifespan, and they also wanted extremely bright light, the way we figured that would be best to implement both of these things would be to add adjustability of the light. That way they can pick and choose between what they need when they need it, and still get both of those features that they desire. So that's why we have ultra low mode, 1 lumen, 78 hours, low mode, 50 lumens, 100 lumens, 42 to 48 hours. This was around what the original product was. Medium, 200 to 400 lumens, 14 to 20 hours. This is your standard range for more tactical flashlights, standard use flashlights. High, 750 to 1000 lumens, very bright. And then ultra bright mode would be 2000 lumens. Does only last an hour, but it's extremely bright, and so you wouldn't be using this, theoretically you wouldn't be using this for a very long period of time, just to illuminate something. Now, it is bigger. The reason for this is because we're adding all these different things to it. It's still portable size, it's still easy to use, but it's bigger because of all the additional features. Now, expanding on durability, we analyzed 4 different scenarios that the flashlight needed to withstand, including weather-based disasters, such as dust storm, hurricane, flooding, volcano storm, earthquake, etc. To survive these things, we have an IPX rating of 8, which means it's completely submersible, watertight, due to a seal throughout the inside. It is also airtight to prevent infiltration of nuclear fallout, volcanic dust from messing with the internals. And it has all 7 channels of NOAA weather radio plus SATCOM, AM, FM, shortwave. Now, for the second type of disaster, which is where the entire power grid is fried, this can include an EMP, solar flare, nuclear attack. To counteract this, we have an EMP countermeasure shield. This prevents the light from shorting out in a solar flare or EMP attack. And additionally, the rechargeable batteries using both solar panels and crank allows us to not have to rely on the power grid. Now, we have a longer lifespan of 10 years, long battery lifespan and rechargeability. This also helps with the third scenario, long-term disaster or apocalypse. And fourth, outdoorsing. This is where it's able to withstand a temperature range of negative 50 degrees to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and able to withstand drops up to 50 feet. So the materials used here, we have a frame made out of either aluminum 700 zinc alloy, which is a cheaper option, more lightweight, or a grade 5 titanium alloy, 3 to 5 times as expensive as the aluminum, but you're getting extra strength there. In dampeners, interior we have a thin lead lining and a watertight seal made of EPDM synthetic rubber and with a metal interior flexible core. Batteries are a combination of high capacity disposable lithium batteries and rechargeable lithium ion batteries, or alternatives being NiMH batteries or integrated rechargeable batteries. The improved dynamo system has an expanded alternator, additional magnet wheels, wire spools to get better power production, including higher power magnets, and a better gear ratio for more RPM. The light itself is a high output, low power adjustable LEDs. Here is a user function chart of the light. We took everything that the user would need to do throughout the use of the light, and we analyzed it into a function chart. Cost, it is more expensive than your standard light. It's much more expensive than the original product. Doesn't fall necessarily out of the range of other tactical flashlights, but again, this is offering a lot more than normal tactical flashlights on the market. And here's the breakdown of the prices. We do use American labor. That does increase the cost, but that's one of the things that our clientele wanted. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the prep ride.